This article is the first of a series where I invite you to follow my evolution through the challenges we are currently facing in my startup. Only, I'm taking a completely unconventional approach to solve them. Long story short, we're having growth problems. Instead of looking for outside solutions, I'm turning inwards, exploring the deep-rooted shadows within myself that might be holding us back. I uncover the hidden connections between personal healing and business growth, challenging the traditional methods and venturing into the unknown, my favorite place. See it as a little experiment. My premise is simple. Everyone thinks that startup challenges are best solved by seeking external solutions. The truth is, sustainable solutions are found within. This is a hyper-madness zone. Anything can happen, so brace yourselves. Those who know me know it can only go crazier from here. Also, how on brand am I? Yahoo! Here are 5 key metrics we'll be tracking throughout this journey. Total users to date, i.e. guides, 134. Revenue to date, £1,219. We are at break even. Social media followers, personal/company. Instagram, 1,499 personal, 1,445 company. TikTok, 231 personal, 83 company. 4. A photo comparison of my thong. I will not put the picture here because ew, but will keep it to myself as a reference for now. Why the thong? It's not a weird king, rest assured, but rather an indicator of the chi energy, life force energy circulating in my body. This will give us a concrete proof of the evolution within myself. 5. Meditation practice. I'm currently following the Kriya Yoga tradition, and I'm currently at the first Kriya. Okay, so this was the premise for this article. Now, let's dive into the madness. Mind-blowing. The founder's curse keeps evolving, writing itself in the DNA of my ancestors. Family name, Maya's name, mission and purpose unfolding. Moving forward means the death of me. If I fulfill my purpose, it means I die. What is my purpose? Making money so I can support my autistic older brother. What happens when I do? I die. Or that's how it's been scripted, to say the least. Parents' projection, subconscious programming, spare part built to fill in the blanks. They might as well have made me to give him an organ instead. I've been working with Marcella for a few months now. She holds one of the most powerful technologies I've come across to date. Bio-emotional decoding. Ancestral healing. Turns out the founder's curse is more than a metaphor. It's a lineage, a legacy, a heavy cloak woven from the threads of our ancestors' unfulfilled dreams, fears, traumas, unresolved conflicts. You are the leader, she said to me when we first met. We must heal the leader before growing the business. What a strange approach, I thought back then. But here I am, fully immersed in the depths of my ancestral shadows. How lucky am I to have people with such incredible powers supporting me? People that believe so much in me and the business I'm building that they're willing to put their powers at service to help me grow myself so I can grow this business, which will help them grow in turn. Upward spirals. The truth is, I've been stagnating lately. My startup has been stagnating. We've been struggling to grow. Typical early stage hurdles. At first, like any other founder, I looked outside for solutions. We tried various strategies and growth hacking techniques, but things only got worse. The more we tried, the more stuck we became. Weird. And then my body started shutting down. Inflammation, high levels of cortisol, eye problems, viral infections. A wake-up call. An urge for me to give it a break. I fought against it at first. No time to waste. Waste in what? Taking care of myself? Then it hit me. I've been here before. My old startup, Neuros. That's exactly what happened. I ignored the signals until I burnt out and couldn't keep on going. The cycle repeating itself. Only a fool wouldn't learn from her mistakes. See, the universe keeps putting you in the same situations over and over again until you learn from it. I'm better equipped this time. I stopped. There was clearly a plateau I was hitting. I can bring a business to proof of concept and find product market fit, but then I stagnate when it comes to growth and profitability. Why is that? What in me was causing this blockage? Instead of looking further at market conditions or external factors, I turned the attention inwards, seeking to understand the root cause within myself. I took a shovel and went digging. My favorite activity, it seems. And to be honest, I fucking love it. Entrepreneurial blood running in my mother's lineage. I was designed for this. It's in my DNA. It's in my past lives. Everything is interlinked. The more I understand and heal, and the clearer the path becomes. But not just any path, my most authentically aligned path. The first thing I did was look at the stars. Literally. Tales of ancient warriors consulting wizards to seek guidance from the cosmos inspired me. Okay, that's not true. I was already inspired. But we all know the story of Alexander the Great and his reliance on his advisor, Aristander, a seer who could interpret omens and consult the stars on his behalf. There, one of history's greatest military leaders believed deeply in the power of divination and astrology insights to guide his conquests and strategies. If astrology was one of the best weapons for war leaders, why wouldn't it be for startup CEOs? Wink, wink, Ben Horowitz. Perhaps something to include in your next book. Who knows? The cards said a few things. The first, that it was time to take a nap. The second, that the earth was dry where I was, i.e. London. The third, that showtime was scheduled for September. Without getting into too much details here, it gave me a pretty accurate picture of where I was, the blockages currently faced, and how to move forward from here. Not to mention that this venture is meant to be successful. I am in the midst of a reset, blank page for the business to soar. Taking the time to put our affairs in order and unearth what needs to be healed within me to move forward with more ease and, yes, rapidity. The second thing I did was a somatic session. Interestingly, the frozen state of the business was a mirror to my own nervous system state. I was in freeze mode. After being in fight or flight for so long, my nervous system had reached its limit. The relentless stress, sleepless nights, and constant pressure to find a solution had taken their toll. I was paralyzed, unable to move forward or even to think clearly. About 10 days later, I had a session with a CEO coach where I was able to uncover one side of it all. My fear of being seen was a big contributor to the freeze state, a story my 10-year-old inner child was holding grudges on. Once I brought everything up to the surface, it was time to dig even deeper. Being immersed physically in my roots here in Morocco, although extremely challenging, was actually a blessing. The constant pressure from my parents to follow a conventional path, the constant pressure to walk a path they've so carefully designed for me, the constant pressure to stop whatever nonsense I was doing, get a job, get married, and die from boredom. The constant pressure of their death hanging over my head, emotional blackmail. The constant pressure to choose safety so I can be the safety for my brother. There, exactly there, lied the bud. And thanks to Marcella and her technology, we put the finger right on it. For a few years now, I kept bouncing back and forth from this place. My trauma was driving me. The case of many founders. Trying to be the savior, yet fully subconsciously rejecting it. Denial. And so I kept on moving hand in hand with self-sabotage. Building and destroying. Swinging into the extremes. Repeating the same pattern over and over again. Unaware that the only person I was truly hurting here was myself. Afraid to move forward, afraid to become successful, afraid to make money, because in a way, that means the death of me. It goes deeper than that. It's more complex, but you can see the picture. The subconscious doesn't understand. The subconscious is all about survival. 2 startups down, and guess why they failed? Exactly because of this programming. Was I aware of it back then? Absolutely not. Would it have changed anything if I was? Absolutely yes. The only way forward is through. And here, right here, is my through. And yes, that's hella scary. It's tough. It's hard. It's not for the faint of heart. But this is where the true work lies. Not to minimize the importance of business strategy, but this is to say that the best strategy starts from looking within. Only with clear self-awareness will you be able to build a sustainable and successful billion-dollar business. If you're unable to look within, don't even bother. You might still make it, but at what price? I personally want it all. The truth is, your startup is only a mirror of your conscious evolution. Business isn't just about revenue streams, scalability, or exit strategies. It's about the founder's psyche, the tangled web of ancestral traumas and unresolved issues that bubble beneath the surface, manifesting as every crisis, every moment of stagnation, every unforeseen catastrophe. Yet, we are conditioned to ignore this, to see it as woo-woo, to see it as weakness. But let me tell you, this is the core. This is everything. And better than telling you, I am here to show you. Game on, witches.